Hello, welcome to our Shah Wireless News coverage of 2016 Mobile World Congress. I'm here with Manuel Briseño, he's Marketing Director at Amdocs. Manuel, Amdocs released a survey telling about carriers going digital. Just give me a heads up about key points of this survey regarding Latin America.
For sure, Roberta. Thank you very much, for this opportunity to talk to your audience. First of all, this survey was made a global survey. Of course, was Latin America, Europe, Asia Pacific, North America. This survey also not only covers the top service providers, but also tier 3, tier 4, and most important, what we got from the surveys is not something that Amdocs is made of. It's pretty much is the voice of our customers, right? So one of the key findings on this digitalization is one of the key things is, well, how do we embrace this digitalization? This is one of the key things that we started. And in that survey, one of the something that came most really interesting is where we asked people from IT and people from business. And interesting to say that business, they have one perception of digitalization that say, yes, we are ready, we are there. Or rather, the IT say, no, we are not there. We are not there yet, right?
And why does IT has this perspective or project?
I cannot blame on one or many things. Of course, each customer or each service provider in each country has different realities. No, there is no one specific one. But in this survey, what happened was the most common one was they don't have a clear strategy, right? And this is clear strategy of digitalization because you have many paths, right? And this is where either we multiply, what we do with the OTTs, who do we partner, we do friend or foe. The other key thing was also that, and this is a reality, they have a lot of legacy systems and still they have a lot of manual processes. So that's pretty much is dragging them to start getting up to speed into this digital race, right? That it has to come to for the subscribers.
And are telecom operators from Latin America lagging behind worldwide telecom operators?
Well, believe it or not, in Latin America, we are living what the United States lived 3 years, 4 years ago, where we have seen a lot of acquisitions, of companies acquiring others, becoming stronger. There are some challenges in specific in Latin America, not only for the technical perspective, but also from some in some part of the countries, the regulation, right? Some still they are moving to the regulation. Some countries we already have a clear regulation processes. But at the end of the day, what is important is we need to understand our customers, right? We become, or we pretty much inherited for a prepaid culture, where you know exactly what to pay, where to pay. In this digitalization process, pretty much is you are now open to everyone, right? You have OTTs that are pretty much still in the launch of the service providers, and we are pretty much taking these to the service providers, saying, guys, this is very much what we have in Amdocs for making them a real story for the customers, a real value for the customers, and not only just giving an access, right? So this is something that I have seen in Latin America that we have that a little more advanced. We have lacking other stuff like, for example, mobile payments. This is something that we are not still there. But in terms of deploying networks, in terms of investment, in terms of acquiring other companies, I have seen in Cala, this is a really strong point for us.
And why is key for telcos to become digital?
Well, one of the key things is they have to be agile. They need to think like they are startups, right? This is one of the key things that they think is, even they are big and they have a big presence, they have something that none of the OTTs have. They have the network and they know the subscriber. So if they do those components, the network and the subscriber, and put it into all together into a personalization or into a specific plans for Manuel Briseño, for Roberta, right? That is something that is going to take an advantage, clear advantage, that anybody else.
And a key person that comes up following this digital transformation is the Chief Digital Officer. Do carriers already have it? This kind of executives?
Well, interesting to know, in Latin America, when they ask that, they say, yes, we have to have one person like that. It happens that in the survey, only 40%, 20%, no more than that, they have one officer like for digitalization. I think this is an opportunity not only for people who have a lot of years in the industry, but also for people that come from other verticals or industries, right? Either the medical, the financial, right? With that background of changing the rules, So this is something that I think is a good opportunity in Latin America.
The customer experience systems that Amdocs is launching at Mobile World Congress today is related to this digital transformation in what sense? What can you discuss about that?
Sure. Now here in Barcelona that we are launching the CS10, our latest version, is oriented mainly for digitalization. One of them is Internet of Things, which is pretty much something that we are putting together a full portfolio on multi-system, multi-play, which in Latin America is becoming a topic that is talking not only the top providers or the tier 0, tier 1, but also the tier 3 and tier 4 companies are moving towards to this multi-play. That's number one. So that part is up. Also, we put a lot of logic behind the big data. Big data is something that we have becoming talking about what is, how come to get it. CS10 is answering those questions, how to put big data into the picture. And most important is the connection with the network, because network is key, as I said before, right? The service providers own the network, know the network. CS10 also has a lot of information on managing the network, maximizing the resources on terms of the network.
And when Amdocs is going to deploy it across Latin America, and what do you expect from carriers on adopting this new version?
As any other version, will take some time. I cannot share right now with you specific customers with a specific. But what I can tell you now is some of our customers, they are already experiencing that piece of the CS10. Not the full, but some pieces of the CS10, and in specific on big data. So we have some customers using big data in this version.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
Follow all Mobile World Congress at rclwireless.com.